Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this broadcast. Thank you so much for your continued support, always. If there is any TV station which will make William Ruto to deliver his promises and even come out and speak, is Citizen TV. Those guys are doing a marvelous job. Today, Yvonne and Jamila drops a very serious bombshell on William Ruto and generally 2027 political campaigns and any politician in this country who desire to vie for any position. Without wasting of time, let's watch this shocking video from the two energetic ladies.
And you expect the people around him to be able to also help him be able to deal with all these salvos from different quarters, but they're almost unable to, because what would they exactly say? Because when you listen to those around him speaking out, in my opinion, there's no variety in what they're saying. A lot of times you see them repeating the exact same thing that they said yesterday, the day after. You know, they say, okay, want the president to come back again for a second term because of his development record. Or they'll say the other leaders are Wakabila, they're tribalists. Or they'll come back and say, they'll talk about how they'll start speaking, things that actually listening to them say it, hamtaki hata kurudia. We did on one of our shows, we talked about, we upsounded a few of the things that are said in some of those meetings, the empowerment meetings, and they're not palatable. They're not something you want to listen to. You expect Toto akisimama pale kumtetea, you tetea him on solid things like amefanya hii, inflation imeshuka chini. Be very strategic and very specific and very particular about what you're saying, kujaribu kumsaidia kiongozi against all these salvos that are being thrown his way. And we had the opposition leaders there talk about how they're not going to name their candidate anytime soon. Of course, Rigathi Gachagua, speaking in the US, did say that he believes that yeye anafaa kuongoza, that he should be the flag bearer for the opposition. We can't talk law here after he was impeached. Is he eligible to run or not in 2027, all that notwithstanding. I think for President Ruto, he'd rather have all of these opposition candidates speak out and say, mimi ndo nafaa, because we've had former Chief Justice Maraga saying that he thinks he's fit to rule. We've had former Minister Fred Matiang'i saying that he's the one who is fit to rule. We've had Kalonzo Musyoka also. He has expressed his interest in the past to run for president. So we have all these opposition leaders coming up and saying we all want to run. So wakiwa wengi hivyo, I think for the president, it's okay, asema wacha wakwe wengi hivyo, wataamua vile kura zao zitagawanywa. But Yvonne, I think it is important that the president stops responding to all these guys. Because again, we talked about how this is just July 2025. Will he respond to them until August 2027? Kujaribu kujitetea to each and every one of them, to everything that they say. I think it's a waste of time. And also kidogo Waswahili wanasema inaweza kuwa inapunguza hadhi ya ile afisi ya rais. You should be above.
I'm going to be very much brief because the video is so straight to the point. Before I carry on, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your continued support always in this channel. I don't take it for granted. Pleasure to meet you once again, and thank you so much. We are on a road trip of 12K. I've seen we are moving well, remaining with 600. Roughly by next week we're gonna remain with 500. I want to say thank you for such a great support. You see, the current head of state is playing hide and seek political game. I told you here, and I'm still repeating, that William Ruto have no option but to place many political parties as he can. That is the truth. I'm a politician, he's also a politician. Placing many political parties means that he has that desire to ensure that votes are well split. People like Maraga, people like Matiang'i, in short, generally all opposition, Jamila and Yvonne asking the current head of state a very nice question. Will he hand over power 2027? And what has he done since he took over the office? Is there any promises which he said and never been fulfilled apart from housing bill, housing levy, and so on and so on? They have gone to an extent of even exposing the current head of state. This is not the first time Zion Analysis giving you such kind of broadcast. We are all aware what is happening in this country as we speak. The current CS, John Buddy, is also making parents to sweat by paying their own school fee. During the late Mike Kibaki's time, it was free. There are so many things this government are doing. They are drunk with power and forgotten a lot of things. That is the truth. So, which way forward? And then they are mounting pressure on their competitors so that they can split the votes. But on the other side, the current head of state is planning himself on how he can get another second chance. I am telling you, if it will happen, then this country is not going to be the way it is. Politicians don't mean their words. I've interacted with them. We know all of them. The message I'm leaving you with, as that bombshell from Citizen TV is exposure to UDA administration, it is now upon each and every one of us to at least secure his future. Securing your future means you have IDs, you have votes, and ensure that all goes well without wasting of time. Do away with handout and work for a better future in this country. The message is clear as William RUTO trembles when he listened to Jamila and Yvonne. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and bye-bye. Let's meet on another political discussion.